Paul, are you doing your homework? Paul, you have to keep up. I know you got a lot of classes. But you got to put in the work. Okay. Or not. Welcome to another episode of the Mighty Code Coder. I'm Rob Fitzgerald, here to make you great and help you innovate. Since yesterday we worked in AWS, today we're going to switch days and do some adhesive because I want you to know where we need to get with the curriculum by the end of the week. I do want to get into an AWS project, but I want to make sure that you can complete the coursework required for this week. It's new, but I want to be sure that you know how far you have to go to complete the week. You know, last year we used a third-party program to code. Well, today you're going to find out that Adhesive and AWS Educate made a massive change, and they have the IDE right within Canvas, all right within our LMS. Pretty awesome, and I think it's going to be a very positive change. You actually get to code right there. This is great because you don't have to leave Adhesive and learn a whole new IDE, okay, which could be an education itself, okay, to complete the work. It's very beneficial to the learning curve. This is going to be great. So let's get going and let's log into Adhesive. So I will basically log into Adhesive here. And here is your class. Now, you know, before we keep down here, we said get started, but once you get going in the class, you just click to your modules. This is your area, and hopefully you could, I believe on your side, it checks off what you've already completed. And we are only in unit 0, all right, in CSP. Now we've completed everything, including I wanted to make sure that you had this honor code checked. So it talks about how you have to not put the answers online and stuff like that. Complete all associated work in the course on your own. Okay. Maintain only one user account. Don't log in with another user account to see what the test or the quiz looks like. Okay. We're on to you. Not engage in any activity that would be dishonest, and not post answer to problems that are being used, you know, on any social media sites, and act as a steward of the honor code and encourage others to do as well. So make sure you click those. So if you can't move on, it's probably because you didn't finish some of these little questions. All right. Now remember, some people still, Paul, chill. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna get caught up. But a lot of people still forget that in order to proceed, you just go down to the very bottom and hit next. Now you can still proceed through modules and click on here, but this is easier just to go to the next section, and if you're working succinctly in order. Okay, so we will go to the next section by clicking next. And there's a questionnaire here that they want you to do. It's called a graded survey. Was this about yesterday? No. They're just trying to do a survey, something about computer science to get their head around what seems to be the problem, why kids are not taking computer science. Okay, and so I'll submit this quiz. And then ultimately what I'm going to show you is you're going to ultimately get into Unit 1. Okay, so today I want to get through 1.1 all the way through 1.2, and then tomorrow I'll do 1.3, and then tomorrow's 1.4. If I was to go into the weekly pacing guide, you would see that the weekly pacing guide has us going through 1.4. Okay, here it is right here. And actually it's just 1.3 with you guys. Okay, I'm getting confused with now CS 101 or CSA. So they only want you in this week to get through 1.3. Today we're going to do the 1.1 iterative development process. Okay, so that's your pacing guide. And so you know where to go. And let's go back to Canvas. For some reason I didn't open in another tab. All right, so if I click 1.1, that'll get started again. If you can't do it, it's going to say go back and listen. All right, so this is your teacher, and this is 37 seconds. So if you're going ahead of me and you're working through the material, you would stop and listen to what your teacher says. You would read some of this idea. These are the 5 ideas of CSP. The idea all starts with an idea, and then design an algorithm. All right, and then create and implement. All right, and then evaluate and test. And you're going this way, and then you document, okay? So I kind of showed you that with the 2-minute warning, how we did all that, right? We documented it, and we test, and we did design first before we created or coded. All right, so that's kind of the process they're using, and that's how you come up with a program and how you code. So very neat. So follow that design pattern, those 5. And then you go to the next part. It has your first exercise. And it says a good program solves a problem in the world. The problem might be as simple as the need for a faster way to make a restaurant reservation, or as big as strategically clearing plastic pollution from the ocean. Read and watch the following 3 resources to see how other people have developed a program idea to solve a problem they identified. So they have 3 links going outside. And I believe this would take, I wanted to say this was going to take 12 minutes. So go ahead and watch those 3 things. I think they're all videos. Okay. And some are just reading. Okay. Take some time to read it. I'm going to come back. It's at 26 now. I'm going to come back with 12 minutes left in class. So go ahead and read those to yourself. I will pause the video and I will come back with you when we are done reading those 3 resources. All right, so I hope you had a chance to read those idea stories or resources. And then this is very typical of CSP. Instead of always coding, they have you thinking about problem solving, which is a big part of coding. Usually teachers just get in there and have the kids start banging on keyboards trying to code. But really a tough part about computer science and building any app or application on the computer is figuring out what the problem is. And so those guys figured out there was a problem, and they used an algorithm to figure out how to do it. So this exercise in 1.1, remember we only have to get to 1.3. So this is all we're going to do today. But it says basically answer the 3 questions below to begin brainstorming ideas for solving problems you see in the world. Then submit your answers. So they want you to answer these 3 questions. Okay, brainstorm 5 to 10 problems you see in your personal life, community, or world. So what are problems that you seem to have? I feel like I had a problem the other day. I thought, how great would it be to have an app for that? But anyway, I forgot what it was. But you might have had something that happened in your house or something that you do every day going, gosh, it'd be great if there was an app for that. Like maybe someone could sit on your computer and watch these while you go to the beach. No. Anyway, so what are some personal problems that you have that you think that need to be solving, or in your community when you go outside, you know, around the area there? What do you see that needs fixing, or when you're watching on the news? You know, what do you think the world needs? So select one of those problems and research more about it. See if there already is an app for it. I always have people from the business department come say, hey, Fitz, we want to create an app. We have a great idea for a new business idea. And I go, have you Googled it? And you Google it, and there's 1,000 apps already like that. They didn't even know that. So anyway, so please research it. Then list at least 5 facts about the problem that might help you inform a solution. And then 3, based on your research, brainstorm at least 3 possible programs or app ideas that might be able to help resolve it. It's okay to point this. Now, what I would do if I was you guys is I would just create a Google Doc and create that. And then it looks like 3 people have already submitted a grade for this. Okay, so you submit it. Let's see, it says submitting a text entry box, a website URL, or a file upload. So I believe you can give a URL from your Google Doc if you do a Google Doc. So you figure out how you're going to turn it in. And then the rubric is right here. So here's the criteria, 5 points for, let's see, description of the criteria. And not a very good rubric. I'm not sure how this rubric is breaking off here. So Yeah. So just turn those three in, and then I could let's open one up so you can see what one might look like. So I feel like this is one that someone submitted. Yeah, this is. Sorry, Aiden, if this was you and you didn't want people to see it, but I could go through it, and it looks like. Okay, now here's some people that didn't have it submitted. Okay, so but I should see all the submitted ones here. And also, I don't feel like this is the paper we were just doing. So try to, yeah, this is about something else. This is not that personal one. So yeah, I was going to say maybe it's from last year or something. Those questions weren't even correct. So let's go back to here. So submit it, and really, if you just submit something, I'm going to give you full points for this. This is always just trying to get acquainted with adhesive and canvas and trying to get you to understand how to download things. And I want you to be comfortable before we really put the grips to your grade. Okay, so just get something in. Let's take the rest of the period to do that. Remember, we have tomorrow for 1.2 and then Friday for 1.3, and we'll suffice our pacing guide. Okay, so if you have any questions, I will be here in your comments. And so just finish 1.1 for today, and you are done. And then let me go ahead and stop the video and put this up there for people that have missed the class or had technical difficulties. So that does it for this episode. Hope that you enjoyed it. Remember, always trying to make you great and help you innovate. So until next time. What, Paul? You seem to have questions. Oh, yeah. So if anyone has questions, you can leave comments below or go to the website at www.themightycodecoder.com or find me on Twitter at mightycodecoder. Thanks for watching.